Hi everybody and welcome to Cooking Uncovered. It's Miriam again and I'm still in Machosen on Vancouver Island. Tonight I'm doing a turkey stock, but inside the turkey stock I'm actually going to be cooking some wontons. So here's my chicken and spinach wontons that I made earlier, which I'm going to be putting in my broth. But right now I'd like to show you how to make the chicken for the chicken wontons. So I have here 2 cups of chicken thighs actually, which make a very, very good sauce. So they go into my processor. I've washed those and they're all cut up and ready to go. Secondly, I have 2 green onions, which I'm just going to chop up into small pieces. They go in, so green onions. I have some fresh sage out of Marie Trace's garden here. I'm putting in some fresh sage, which is absolutely, if you have mint, mint works very well as well. Here I have some fresh rosemary. Putting the fresh rosemary in, about a couple of sprigs. I'm just going to turn this down. So fresh rosemary. I have here some salt, so about a half a teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of salt, some cracked pepper. And 1 cup of fresh spinach goes in. So I'm going to add the spinach in 2 batches. So into the processor. And of course this is a chicken based. And the spinach has calmed down a bit. You can get some more in. So when you pack it in, it's about a cup of fresh spinach. This is so delicious. It this way is I do want the green, I want all the herbs mixed in, but I want the chicken finely minced, so that's why I'm using my processor rather than just chopping it. So now this is my turkey broth over here, and in my turkey broth already I have some broccoli already steaming. I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of green onion. And I am going to put in some fresh cilantro in just about 2 seconds. I'm just going to let that cook for a bit. So what we have here are the wontons that I made earlier actually in the day. And all I'm going to do is drop a few of these in to give you a sort of an example of what this is going to look like. It's going to be absolutely delicious. Into this mix here, if you want to put cilantro into this, that's a good idea as well. I think it's a great idea. So pop some cilantro in, turn it on. Alright, so that's how easy it is to do this chicken. Now, to get this ready for your dumplings, is you take one of your wonton wraps, you dip 2 sides in water, and then you take a teaspoon and you put as much filling as you want. So it's about a teaspoon of filling. And then you just make the triangle. You want that to stick together. And then dip it in the water again and just fold it back. And notice how here we have all our dumplings on the plate here. Here they are. They're like that. I'll show you one more time. My soup is ready to go. So now I'm actually going to put in some of my dumplings into the broth. They take about 2 minutes of boiling. So in goes my dumplings into my broth. To that I'm going to add up some fresh cilantro right to my soup, just very loosely diced, and a little bit of rosemary into my broth. It's going to be absolutely delicious. Now, one of the seasonings that I forgot to tell you about that I do use in this, which I'm actually going to put in right now, is I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of the Tuscan Sunset rub, and this is from one of our friends here in Machosen, and her name is Kathleen, and she runs the company. They're called Pixie Chicks, and these are amazing spices and herbs that you can add to all of your savory dishes or your meatballs or whatever it is. So I'm going to put that in because I almost forgot that. So thanks to Kathleen from the Pixie Chicks. I know you want to say Dixie Chicks, but it's actually Pixie Chicks here on Vancouver Island, and that's what it looks like. That's a great great rub for this type of a dish, a savory dish. All right, so now it's ready. After the cilantro, after the rub, it's all ready now. That's perfect. Again, take one of my wraps. 2 of my sides are wet. I put some in the middle and roll it over into a dumpling and just fold the ends over like this. And that's one of your dumplings. There we go. So this should be boiling with this about 2 minutes. Now to this you can add a little bit of cracked pepper if you want, a little bit of salt if you want. What I do find is that near the end, if you add just a little bit more broccoli, it gives the soup a lot more depth. So now I'm putting in a second batch of broccoli. Another thing that I'd like to show you too, see, this is the broccoli stem. I've peeled it, and in actual fact, I'm going to treat it almost like celery, and I'm going to add that. I'm going to dice it up and add it right to the soup. And it's amazing how tender the broccoli stalk is in soup. So that goes in. All right, so we're almost ready to show you what this soup looks like. It's absolutely divine. Now, of course, if you want to add some green onion for garnish, that would be perfect. I just need to get a bowl. There's so many ways that you can serve this soup. It's amazing. So here we have the wontons. They've been in about 2 minutes. And I'm just going to show you what that looks like with all these beautiful herbs and garnishes. So there we have our chicken and spinach wonton soup, and that is, oh, it smells just divine. So thanks for joining me on Cooking Uncovered, and I hope you really enjoyed this recipe. And again, Tuscan Sunset rub from our friend Kathleen with the pixie chicks in Machosen. Beautiful herbs and spices, and you can get those at Red Barn and at a lot of other distributors too. So thank you for joining me on Cooking Uncovered. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.